Hello, everyone. Welcome to all our viewers. We are back with another discussion that is educating and insightful. So, today's topic of discussion is connecting schools and communities. How principals can enhance local ties, collaborate with parents, and dive into community service. Today, we have two distinguished educators in the panel to share their insights and strategies, strengthening the bond between schools and their local communities. Let me give you a brief introduction about them. Our first panelist is Ms. Neha Ray, a seasoned educator with a strong background in science and education. She has over 20 years of notable experience. As a founding member of Freedom International School, Sneha has been instrumental in shaping the institution's curriculum, teacher training, and overall administration. Her expertise extends to school inspections, hosting zonal sports competition, and consulting for CBSE schools. Among many other achievements, she has been recognized with numerous awards, including the Rising Star Achievement Award and the Top School Educators Award 2023. She is driven by a vision to equip students with essential skills and empower them actively to contribute to a better society. We welcome to the panel, ma'am.
Thank you.
Our next panelist is Dr. Manila Carvalho, a dedicated educator with over 32 years of vast experience. As a founder principal of DPS Bangalore East, she has been transformative force in education. With advanced degree in education and psychology, Dr. Carvalho is renowned for her commitment to not only academic excellence but also preparing students for life's challenges. Her approachable nature and deep passion for education make her an inspiring leader and advocate for student success. We welcome you to the panel, ma'am.
Pleasure to be here.
To start off with a panel discussion, here's my first question to Sneha ma'am. So, how can you ensure that the school and community partnership are equitable and inclusive, reaching all the members of the community?
Schools today, I know the schools, we focus a lot on academics and overall personality building for children. But today, if you see, we are looking at going beyond. So, being a part of the community, and especially with a school like ours located in HSR, what happens is that HSR itself, we have a very strong, a very proactive citizen community. So our children, their interactions, both with, within the neighborhood, whether maybe something as basic as segregation of waste, a no plastic zone. In fact, we also have routes that are planned, bus routes that come from your main roads, the ring roads, and you have routes that lie within the layout, that is HSR, all its sectors. So what happens is when we speak to our children or address children to make use of these facilities rather than start using their own private transports, things like that, that basic thing of sharing the resources that you have, that is one. Secondly, even for children to make partnerships, like right now we're looking at, our students have actually ventured out to local schools. There's a community that we are working with. In fact, we've been, since last year, we're working with this group called Guvachi, and they are helping them not only with resources, but they commit. So it's like at least twice in a month where they reach out to them, they help them with whether it's learning, organizing. It's not just about giving what you have, but also organizing how you can make life, try to, remove that disparity that is there. So try to bring them up, give them the advantages that they have. So whether it's plays, discussion, simple, even speaking language, pronunciation. And what we need to understand is it's not one way. It's not like our students are giving it to them. They're learning a lot from them. So they learn whether it's playing certain sports and those children are excellent, languages. So most of these children, they come from Bengal, so they're Hindi speaking, they speak Bengali, or they're also from, in and around Bangalore. So you have Kannada speaking children, and all of this helps our students. They come back, ma'am, this little one, she held my hand. She didn't want to go. She was speaking to me like this. So I think it also helps children their own self-worth, empathy. All of that are very, very critical skills that our children need. And just to see the joy on my students' faces when they go, for such programs and they come back. And it's like I said, it's not a one-off. So they're building over time and they're building it. It's been a year now that they've started with. This year, they started interacting directly with them. So I think those kind of things definitely help them, and these are skills we're implementing that will help them in the long run. So that is something I think these are kind of programs that we want out there for everybody, which helps in the community at large.
That's the great initiative by our school. And my next question is to Manila Carvalho ma'am. So, with your great experience of 32 years, so how have recent social, economic, and technological changes have impacted the relationship between school and community? So, what are the changes that you have seen over the years, and what are the recent changes that you have seen? Like, how is it? How it has evolved?
See, schools by themselves are very strong. They are very independent in their own campuses. But what happens, we cannot work in isolation and we cannot be in isolation saying that this is my school and this is my boundary. So we need to definitely have the rapport with the local community. And our school is situated in a belt where we have a lot of IT industries. And since this is related to technology, we are definitely relying on them for their support and guidance. So there are a lot of these companies who come to our school and talk to our children and create opportunity for them to come up with innovative thoughts, innovative ideas. We are associated with Intel, we are associated with IBM, and there are a lot of companies which come to us and says, "Ma'am, can we have a talk with your children so that we tell them what is required in the future, what are the job opportunities that are available, what are the courses that they are able to go into take it forward." So these are the things that we create a lot of opportunities for the community to come into our school and talk to the children, because technology is something that has come so fast and our children have embraced it so quickly, but many of us, we do not know how to use it very effectively.
Yeah.
The children have misused it. So we require a lot of these industry people to come and tell which are the areas that they need to take care, which are the areas they need to be very careful about, because a lot of cyberbullying happens. So bringing a lot of these industries to our campus to talk to them, because we as teachers, when we talk, it is for them like another chapter, another subject that is done. But when a person coming from outside, that has more impact on children.
Right.
And they feel all the more free to discuss with them, talk to them, clarify their doubt. I think this is something that we are really looking forward to connect with many more industries and bring them to schools that we have a good rapport with them.
So, since you mentioned about a lot of cyber problems that occur among students, they are not aware of right and wrong that is happening online. So, what are the potential risks and challenges that are associated with technology in school and community partnership, and how these problems can be mitigated on the level of teaching level or counseling? How is it happening?
See, children are children. They are very innocent. They are not matured like you and me. So they definitely make mistakes.
Right.
And when I said like this, it is not that everybody makes a mistake. There are certain set of children who don't think.
Yeah.
And, within no time they have to react and behave. And they are the ones who really make mistake. And the children, when we catch hold of them who have made mistake, when we talk to them, we generally feel that they're very, very innocent and they just put it on the social media without even realizing the impact of that. So we have to counsel them and tell them, see, this is not the area. They said, no, we want to bring it to the notice of the I said, what is the point of bringing it to the notice of general public if you're not able to help out your child then and there? Reach out to a teacher, reach out to your parent, reach out to somebody who is an adult. Tell them this is what is happening so you can rectify. Don't put it on the social media. where we're misusing. And many a times what happens, certain issues related to the school, sometimes as parents or somebody, we just put it on social media where it is not necessary to go out. It has to go to one institution, means reach out to that institution. Make the use of the technology very effective, because your main intention is what? To resolve the problem. So reach out to the right person, to the right channel. That is more important than just putting in the social media and spoiling the reputation of any institution, or spoiling the reputation of your own child's school, which is not accepted. So I think these are the things that we have to keep in mind as adults as well as the industry people, how we can jointly, work together hand in hand, so that we become a good role model to our own children. So as a parent, if I go on putting on social media certain issues which I don't like, which is not required in the social media, reach out to a particular person. So as my child watches this, my mother, my father, somebody is putting, child feels this is the right way to do it. And they will also do the same thing. Rather, let me teach my child, see, this is the matter that is related to the school. So let's go to the school, talk to the management, talk to the authority there and resolve the issue. Not put it in the social media. Social media is not meant for degrading somebody or demoting somebody. No. It is a good technology that is there. I think we have to make good use of that.
So, have you come across any cases as such, or any special cases?
We do have, because children do make errors. Sometimes children, when they fight. See, first of all, in the schools, we do not allow mobiles to carry. Of course, there are some children who come late to school because they go for some, sports classes, or sometimes they need to book their cabs. So they need a mobile. So what happens? We give them the passes where children carry the mobiles and leave it with their teacher. So in the evening, they pick it up and go. But there are some children who don't even take any approval, but still they carry their mobiles somehow. And they are the ones who take photographs here and there. That is where things are going wrong. So that is where we, interfere and we talk to the children, we counsel them, and we guide them also. See, what you have done is not correct. So you have to reflect, and then we call the parents. We tell them, because parents are also innocent. They have not forced their children to carry the mobile. Children are such, they become the things and come. And every day for a parent also go and digging in the bag of a child is not possible.
Right.
So we have to, create awareness in the children why we are saying no to mobile and how they have to use it.
That's a great explanation, in fact, and I'm sure it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge being in a position of administrator. So you need to balance parents, students, and community.
Very true, very true.
Yeah. So ma'am, you had something to add on to the previous question. So what challenges you have faced in your teaching profession, or you being an administrator as well, and how are you mitigating those problems? How are you dealing with students and parents with keeping balance with community guidelines?
And just add on to what Manila ma'am was saying, that children, for them it's a thrill when they've managed to sneak a phone inside. They think that getting it without the teacher's knowledge is, and then that little buzz around their classmates. So what neither do they nor their friends sometimes realize is the reasons why we've said no. And like ma'am said, we need to make them aware of the dangers as to why is it. It's not simply dictatorship where we're like no mobile, so nobody can carry. There's a certain reasoning behind it, a safety for it's their safety at the end of the day. So even when someone takes a picture or posts, or it's just about, even for children, and they don't realize when they accept friend requests. Right now, for them to be cool or to be popular is the number of followers or friends they have.
The online community.
Online community. Right. So they have, yes, and they don't know, they may hardly know 5% of the friend requests that they get. And it's simply, also if you see the way social media follows, if I have X number of friends, the friends of my friends get, I'll get, do you want to follow in your, so it's simply just a general outreach that happens. And when it comes to their safety, they are clueless. And for some children who are supposed to be digitally tech savvy, they're surprisingly not sure of the safety measures they need to put in place. And as parents and educators, that's something that we need to bring into schools and make it aware. They need to make them aware of. And very, very scary, but it's very surprising as to how unsafe they are online and they don't realize it.
very well articulated about the online community and its problems. So, my next question to you only, ma'am. So, what strategies can address the disparities in access to resources and opportunities that are within the community?
See, I think our children are the students who come to our schools are the generation who have it all. You know, they have working parents. So when it comes to financial stability or the things, they've got it all. And they are where it's like a child with a new toy till you get it, or even us. All of us, we aspire for the latest mobile and all of that, or the iPhone. Yeah. And once you have it, I think a week, 10 days later, then that, you're over, you've stopped caring about how you place it, pick it up. It's the same with children. So once they get that, they've lost the fascination for it, and it's the next new product that is there in the market. So our drive, I think, is to get children to realize value and to realize, make them understand the number of children who don't actually have it as good as they have. So if we can help bring in that empathy, help them realize and build on that, that is very important. So organizing, I feel, between parents, teachers, and even in the community, there are numerous groups and organizations and volunteers who are actually working towards this. So even a simple setup of anything that you have in excess, say you have a lot of books at home, you're not reading, organizing a library where, even if you have a little kiosk kind of installation, whether it's excess food, it's books, or anything that could help people in need, or simply an exchange. Read, you put it back there. Or you want to borrow something, you borrow it, use it, bring it back, or add more to it. So anyone who doesn't have, whether it's, the children in the slums or children in the government schools or anywhere. So I think that is a good way. And instead of just discarding toys or having it packed up and stored in your houses, you're not using it. These are excellent toys. Just have it, share it, give it out to others. Maybe those kind of, awareness, taking them to areas where they recognize that how good they have it could be one of the important skills that we need to bring to our kids, children. And even when you have, crisis, so whether you have, like we recently saw the flood situation, the water flooding in Gujarat, or you have when we had the landslides in Kerala and things like that. Maybe making them more proactive, because what India needs, what we need to do is build citizens for the future who are aware and ready to take a step, not sit there and say, "What is the government doing about this?" Be more proactive, take that first step, no matter how small. It just makes you feel good. And I think that feeling good children need to understand. If they can get that sense of feeling good about what they've done, that I think would be, make your entire community a better place.
That's a wonderful statement indeed. Having that human touch to all the aspects of life, I think that can make a better future, and I hope it continues in your school. So, my next question to Manila ma'am is what are some of the emerging trends or opportunities in community engagement that you believe in, principals should be aware of those trends and they can inculcate in the school? How are these happening, and what are those emerging trends according to you?
I did mention that in the beginning that see schools cannot live in isolation. So we definitely need community help and support. And Sneha ma'am also mentioned that when the transportation goes to all the villages, so people in that area are aware. Okay, this is a school, and these are the children who belong to the school. And we do have, people who live in that community who are a part of a school, either as teachers or they're working the admin staff or the support staff and so on. So there's a lot of bond between the local community and the school that definitely is there. And as a school, we also focus upon how we can go beyond a call to reach out to the. See, finally, we have to prepare our children not to get marks or scores in the board examination. It is to prepare them for the community. So we have to make them aware of what is actually the community and how it has been growing and supporting us. So whenever we organize certain drives, we do blood donation drive. So it is not only for the school teachers and the parents you invite. We invite the local community or saying that on so and so day we have the blood donation camp. The blood is donated to so and so hospital. So please come So they come voluntarily. When we had COVID, that time also we organized vaccination drive in the school. And Aadhaar card. When Aadhaar card, it was very difficult to stand in the queue there. So we used to invite people to the school and invite the local people. I said, come to school and then get the Aadhaar card done. So it was easy for them to reach the school and not much of crowd there. So it was quick for them to complete their task. And we do a lot of we do have NCC, we have scouts and guides who go for regular march in their local community. Where they recently we had no tobacco, so they carried the placards, they slogans they sang, they went on a peace march. So the people in the neighborhood saw them and they said why this march is and what is actually happening. So they were made aware of why tobacco not to be used, how it is harmful, and why children are taking this march. So this was made aware of. So they're aware of children are also are into bringing about a lot of health changes in the society. Since our school is located in a village, we have a health hospital there, local government hospital. So what they do is to invite the would-be mothers. Instead of having a delivery at home, they're inviting the mothers to the hospital so that they are made aware of what is a childbirth, what is a safe childbirth, how to take care of the child before it is born and after it is born, and to attract them to the hospital for better facilities. We organize something called baby showers. So it is the doctor of the community who takes the initiative and he invites us. So what we do, we contribute in terms of saris for them. There are about 50 to 20 of them. So we give them the saris, the bangles, the flowers. So we also make them feel very important, the phase that they are going through, and we connect them. It is not that they are born in the village, they are there. No, it's connecting to the schools, connecting to the children. So our teachers are connected there, children are connected there, medicines are supplied there. So a lot of rapport is built. We invite the doctors to school to talk to the children, so that they also create an awareness. We have local festivals that are happening in the villages. So whatever caste, religion that you belong to, we all put it aside. We say, no, it is our festival. So let us go. Let us be a part of the celebration. We go there. And we also do a lot of initiative for animal foundation. So we invite people to school, the pet lovers, bring the animals to school. A day is organized where they can spend time with various pets. We organize rapport for them. We give some prizes, make them feel very happy and comfortable. Then recently we also organized something called cyclothons. So we're very particular about health and environment. So, bicycle, cycle for earth. That is the slogan that we brought in. And this time we brought it to HSR layout, in fact, rather than our own school, so that other community members also can join and understand. So we went round HSR layout early in the morning at 7 o'clock to create this awareness. So many people from different schools, children joined, parents joined for this cause.
I'm sure you have a very vast list of trending things that you can do for community and create awareness among children. I think that's really great of you and your thoughts on how you can balance that and build rapport between kids and community. I think it's a very good move. So my last question of the panel to Sneha ma'am. What are the benefits of incorporating community service into school curriculum?
I think primarily good citizenship is what we want our children, to be known for. And more than just good citizenship, the fact that if they're able to reach out to wherever there is a need and do something in a very proactive manner, that would count as success for us. We have a very, I think that mindset of someone else will take care of the problem. We need to change that. And if our children can say, I see a problem here and I'd like to solve it, or I think I can contribute here and go forward, step up and contribute, that would be success for us. Count that as the change that we are, trying to bring about. We are like our children, some of the things that we do look out for is even not now, but it's been quite a few years. So even within our support staffs, very often we have, whether it's the bus conductors or the security staff or the ladies, who haven't been educated, and some of them really aspire to be able to speak English or even to be able to read something basic, because their children go to school and come and then they're like, my their moment of pride is my child speaks, in English. I cannot, but my child speaks. So we had, we started this where we asked the staff that who would want, who's interested, can give their names, and we had a group of children who were interested in teaching. So they stayed after school. They gave like half an hour. We had planned it in the week where they sat and worked with them and helped them speak. So little basic reading, but basically to be able to communicate. So kind things like that in your own little way. So we would tell them, even if you have, say, the lady who comes to work in your house, if they have a child. So that was something we were encouraging. And very often, if you see, like I've mentioned before, it's never a one-way street. There's a lot that our children learn. So when we have, because CBSE has this concept of bagless days, and we wanted to do something different and constructive those days. And like, so what happened was we taught children how to sew. So even putting on a button, and very often today, if you see, even as adults, if you tear something, you make use of a safety pin, but very few go back to stitching and putting something in place. And we were surprised to see the positive response from not only the little ones, I mean, not just the middle school children, because usually those are the enthusiastic bunch. The seniors are little, who's going to do this? They're a little jaded sometimes, or they want to act cool. Not jaded, but they want to act cool. So all of them, including the boys, we were expecting that maybe they won't bring buttons or won't bring a napkin or a kerchief or something. Maybe one or two in the class didn't bring. If I had asked them to bring materials for a project, 50% would have turned up without it. We had all of them buttons, needle thread, everything, and with enthusiasm. Ma'am, you must see what I did, and patterns and different styles. So they learnt this. So it was an exchange of ideas, and it was good. We had ladies learning how to even working the machine. So children were bringing in jeans, teaching them how to make bags that they could sell. So it's economic freedom for them. It's additional income. So I think there are a lot. These are just some very basic suggestions, but there are so many ways that I think it's a very nice interactive process to do, where not only are the children learning, but I think they learn from the others as well.
I think
if I can add one more
yeah,
point,
sure.
because national education also speaks about skill
Skill
education.
education,
As
yes.
CBSE is also highlighting on that. And
Yes.
this local, jobs what people are doing, that is always introduced in the campuses. Like for example, pottery.
Yes.
It's a very old tradition, but nobody cooks in the pot these days. But still, many schools have introduced pottery. Children go there, learn, they soil their hand, give a shape to the pot. Or they have carpentry work, they have weaving, they make threads out of the stuff. So children have learned this. It's happening in schools. That connects the children to the local community.
And the joy, even electrical, fitting, wiring, all of that. Like ma'am said, very true. Even like we bring a potter to school, in fact, for the little ones. So they make, especially during whether it's Environment Day or Diwali. So depending on what, they'll make different things. So even when they make those little lamps, you should see the pride that they decorate and take it like that. They won't let anyone touch it. Even when they climb the bus, they will be like, the lamp won't move when they get into the bus till they reach home. It's that pride that they have in something they've made themselves.
So school is no more just about studying, doing homeworks, but it is also about learning life skills that really help them in future, and they also help them to explore the hidden talent that they have that might not be seen otherwise, just in the boring school sessions, teaching and going to school and then coming back again. So in between the monotony, teachers and students have fun with all of these activities.
In fact, schools are not like we did when we were not, maybe not you but us. It's no longer like that. It's a very comprehensive, complete program for children.
So that's the best way to connect local community, parents and children. So that's all for today's panel discussion. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our panelists for giving in so much inputs that are colorful to imagine how they are getting involved in communities, creating not creating, but they're breaking the walls, they're breaking the barriers between communities and schools. So we are looking forward to have many more panels like this. So yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
The
for having
pleasure
us
is all
over here.
ours. Yes.
Thank you.
That's all for today's panel discussion. If you have any questions and queries, please feel free to drop in your questions and queries. We would love to answer them all. For more such videos, tune in to www.theenn.com. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Signing in with Pallavi Kulkarni.